State testing season is here, and if you're anything like me, you need your classroom to feel as calm and low stress as possible, but still productive. Today, I'm sharing my favorite Daily 5 Literacy Center ideas that are perfect for keeping your students engaged during state testing season without adding any extra to your plate. These centers are low prep, calm, and perfect for the days when testing has everybody a little frazzled. Hey teacher friend, I'm Molly and welcome back to my channel. We talk about Daily 5 here most of the time, and I know as an upper elementary teacher, state testing can really take a toll. And so I was thinking about how I keep my own classroom calm and wanted to share some ideas with you because I've had people DM me in the past saying, how do you still do Daily 5 whenever you're state testing? And so it's definitely a different version of Daily 5, but I wanted to give you some examples of how you could do this in your own classroom to make it stress-free so you don't feel like your routine has been totally thrown off and that your students are just having unlimited free time. Daily 5 works really well during a state testing model because you can still stick to read to self, work on writing, word work, listen to reading. With the caveat I will add is that I would not do read to someone. All of these centers, of course, promote independent, calm learning, which is exactly what teachers need during testing season. Daily 5 helps kids stay engaged without feeling overstimulated. Testing makes us all feel that way, and if they can have some decompression time, they're going to do so much better for you and be better behaved after the test. So let's dive into some calm and productive literacy centers that you can use during state testing. Read to self, of course, is probably going to be my favorite. This is like a calm reset button that you can hit. It's perfect because it allows kids to decompress after testing while still practicing reading. And our upper elementary kids are perfectly capable of this, and it's such a good way to spend their time. And a pro tip for you would be to, after everybody's done testing or while kids are finishing up, you can have a cozy reading spot or even let kids choose a comfy reading chair, something that they can go and just zone out and read their book and decompress from the test. I would suggest using high interest books, so something that they've chosen that they're interested in so that their attention will be on target after they're done testing. The next station that you can still do is work on writing and just have it be low pressure writing. It's perfect because writing can calm kids after taking a test. It's an outlet for that. Some kids would prefer to write instead of reading, especially after a high stakes test. You can let them do free writing in their journal, or they can journal about how they even feel after the testing. My students still love doing the writing prompts, so I will make sure I have those available for them. Even if it's just printed ahead of time instead of projecting up on the smartboard, I have both options available to them because I know we can't have anything written up while kids are testing. But if they can go grab a sheet of paper that has the prompt and give them some ideas or have it waiting for them underneath their chair when they're done. I love the idea of having the journal be completely stress-free because they don't have to worry about spelling or grammar, and it's just a way to decompress. And I know I keep saying that, but it really is important for them and for you to sustain testing over many days. I also love hidden pictures, although that's not something that's part of Daily 5. It's a way for them to just keep their mind on something, but not have to focus too hard. And when I switched from kindergarten and first grade to fifth grade, I thought fifth graders wouldn't like hidden pictures, but they actually love them. And if I don't put out new ones every week as a morning work activity, they will tell me, they'll let me know. That time is for them to decompress anyways when they're coming from home to school, and so I always have those available, and they're a great option. They used to be free on the Highlights website, but now you can buy books full of them, and I have hundreds that I've kept over the years. Word work, you can still make this easy and low prep, and it's a great idea for students to stay engaged on things that they've been learning during your literacy lessons, but not feel completely overwhelmed. So some ideas that you could incorporate with the spelling patterns they've done in the past, you could have crossword puzzles and word searches, simple word work games so that the kids are engaged but not bored, but it's just practice from something where they can have their mind taken off the test. Listen to reading. Now this one, depending on how your students are taking their test, oftentimes they're already on a device, but this is built-in quiet time. It's perfect because it gives kids a break while they're still learning, and you have the ability to monitor it with Apple Classroom. I like them to use Epic or Storyline Online. You can even set up a listening station with QR codes for a podcast you want them to listen to or a book. You could also encourage your students to kind of draw or doodle while they're listening to the story to see what they visualize. This one, though, you might not want to do if they've been on a device for a long time, so it's kind of up to you. It's one of those options you can use or lose. I mentioned before, read to someone, that's the last station. I would actually skip this one because kids have to read to someone and you want the room to be quiet. So go ahead and hit the skip button on this one. I don't see how you could make that work in a way that would allow people to have quiet time for testing. Some bonus tips for you during state testing week is keep it low key. This isn't the week for fancy anchor cards or high energy stations, and offer them brain breaks, 5-minute movement breaks between the centers if you're doing them completely after they're done, everybody's done. And it's good to acknowledge some small wins, like telling the kids, wow, you stayed focused. You were so calm after testing. You could even get some ideas from upper elementary kids on things that they would like to work on during that time. So it's still giving them choice, but it's within what you're comfortable offering. And remember that we want low prep centers. We want to use tried and true, not new ones. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. This week is tough for you and your students. So the key here is to provide things that are going to be productive, but not necessarily stressing you out, and things that are already in your classroom that can keep kids calm and engaged during testing season. If you want some help planning out your Calm Daily 5 testing stations, you can use the Daily 5 planner. I'll put it in the description box below. It's completely free, and it's exactly how I plan out my own Daily 5 station so I can get to all of my reading groups. And if you liked the idea of work on writing prompts for calm writing activities after testing, go ahead and grab those in the description box below. You can grab them for just April or plan them out for the whole year, and you'll have them done and dusted, ready to go. What are some of your go-to activities for state testing time to keep your classroom running smooth? I'd love to know and get any suggestions you have as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.